Recording in progress.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Spiritual Journey podcast. We're on episode 105, and this is a bonus episode. We felt called to do a mid-month Akashic message. Normally, I don't do a mid-month. It's normally just monthly. But it being December and coming to a festive period, with so many cycles and so much going on, I just thought it was a great time to do a mid-month message. And I'm excited that it's not just me this month. I have my beautiful co-host with me, so we're both going to open the records and share a message with you. So before we begin, I'd love my beautiful co-host, the amazing, the stunning, the healer extraordinaire, Stacey Brown. Stacey, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi Nims. I'm really excited about doing this. It just feels like a very pivotal time for so many. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's in the records today. Friends, my name is Stacey. I'm an intuitive, I'm an Akashic record reader, I'm a spiritual coach and mentor, and I'm a recently published author. My book, Journey to Soul Center Discovering the Gift of Surrender, is available on Amazon and Audible. Can't wait to see what we uncover today, Nims.
Thank you, Stace, and hi, everybody. I'm Nims. I'm an Akashic record reader, Akashic trainer, podcast host, podcast creator, and a spiritual coach and mentor. And I love sharing the message that comes through. And for those that haven't heard us talk about the records before, the Akashic records are a record of everything our soul's been through: current life, past life, parallel, future life. Everything about us is stored through the records. And the records have changed my life, right? I started this podcast through a message I got that my voice is my gift. I need to share it. That came through the records. I started a podcast. The mentorship that both me and Stace just mentioned, we channeled the mentorship program that we do through the records. So the records have really changed my life. And what we're going to do today is a group message. And a group message is when we call in all our guides. So anybody that's listening, your guides, your soul family, and all ascended masters, all archangels, any high level beings, we call everybody in and we channel a message for the collective. And so I'd always encourage you to ask a question, to really be open to receiving your own messages, maybe through our words, maybe through your own guides as you connect through the records. When you get an individual reading, what you're doing is you're giving the reader permission to go deeper into your own records and to connect with your guides and share a message that you're ready to receive. Me and Stace do a unique reading where basically we do reading together. So you get a reading from a divine feminine, divine masculine perspective. And it's always so aligned and so beautiful. I've not seen anyone else do a similar sort of approach. We love doing it. It's just it's a nice way for us to connect to your guides. And we have it currently on special offer, $149. If that's something that appeals to you, then reach out. Whoever's record that we read, I really do think it's a soul contract. So if our voice resonates and you feel like you're ready to receive a personal message, then maybe now's a perfect time to go for a reading. The process that we're going to follow is I'll do a quick cleanse meditation. I'll open the records. I'll share a message. I'll hand over to Stacey, share a message, and then we'll close the records. And then we'll come back and just talk about how we felt and whatever came through. Like I said, if there's anything, it's a great time before you start. And if you can, it'd be ideal, maybe you close your eyes, or if you're walking nature, that's fine too. If you're driving, the meditation is a long meditation. So obviously concentrate and just be open to listen to the message. Just set an intention. Ideally have drinking water with you. When we open the records, we do close them, but also over the next couple of days, be open to receiving additional messages. Like I said, normally it's just me, and I'm excited to have Stacey with me on this episode. She's normally the co-host on the other podcast episodes, so it's exciting to have her here. She's also an amazing reader. I don't believe we train anybody on how to read the records, but I did have the pleasure of guiding her to the records, and she's such a natural. So Stace, before we start the process, how do you feel about the records?
It's been a process of learning and growing and expanding that I wasn't expecting. but it's something that I'm excited to share with as many people as I can. And so this platform is a blessing. I know it is. We've reached a lot of people through this podcast. And so I'm looking forward to doing this process with you. I mean, it's something that we do regularly for people from around the world. And how amazing is it that we get to use the podcast platform to do this again together?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. And it's always interesting because I downloaded, I'm a little bit conscious. I'm not normally conscious, but I downloaded a message for the whole of December. I have no idea what's going to come through for a mid-month, but I'm open to whatever comes through. So I do, it is an interesting time. I know it's humanly it's the end of a calendar year, but it does feel like a lot of cycles are closing. So I'm excited to see what comes through. So for all listeners, if you're ready, and if you can sit down, relax, close your eyes. I'm just going to do a quick cleanse, and I always like doing the cleanse before we open the records because it's just nice to cleanse our energy before we open the records. And like I said, if you can ask a question or have an intention or just be open to receiving your own magic, then maybe you'll receive your own message as well as whatever comes through for us. So if you can, just sit back, close your eyes, and just take a deep breath in and a breath out. Take another really deep breath in and a breath out. And just imagine there's a beautiful white light just at the top of your head. So vibrant, so full of love. And just feel that light just coming into you through your crown and washing over you all the way from your crown to your feet, going from your crown to your third eye, cleansing anything that's stopping you from seeing the vision of who you are. Feel that light going from your third eye into your throat, clearing anything that's stopping you from speaking your truth. Feel that light going from your throat into your heart, filling your heart with so much love, so much light. Feel that light going from your heart into your stomach, filling every part of your stomach, solar circle base with so much love, so much light. Feel that light going into your legs, into your feet, into your toes. Feel every part of your body being cleansed with this beautiful white light, including your arms, your hands, your fingers. Feel the light extending outside of your aura and cleansing your aura. Feel every part of you just being cleansed with this beautiful white light. From here, feel your connection to Gaia, to Mother Earth. Just feel her holding you, being so proud of you. Feel how grounded you feel in this moment. And from here, feel your connection to love, to Source, to God. Feel God or Source holding you in his arms and loving you unconditionally. He creates you with his hands, he creates you with his vision, which means you're perfect in every way. Just from here, as you feel the love from God, from Source, from Mother Earth, just take a moment to feel the energy around you. Feel the love from your guides, your higher self. Feel the love inside you that you have for you, knowing that you're exactly where you're meant to be. You're very much loved, you're very much needed, and a reminder you chose to be here. And from here, we're ready to open the records. We gather together in light, we gather together in love, we gather together in the message from above. Through the Akashic Records, we understand their greatness. Through the Akashic Records, we understand their wisdom. Through the Akashic Records, we understand what's there. This prayer will help us deliver us there. We wish to know ourselves and all the listeners of this podcast in the light of the Akashic Records. Help us to see ourselves and all the listeners of the podcast through the light of the Akashic Records. We wish to see ourselves and all the listeners of the podcast in the light of the Akashic Records. Bring us to feel ourselves and all the listeners of the podcast through the light of the Akashic Records. We wish to know ourselves and all the listeners of the podcast in the light of the Akashic Records. Help us to see ourselves and all the listeners of the podcast through the light of the Akashic Records. Bring us to feel ourselves and all the listeners of the podcast through the light of the Akashic Records. And now the Akashic Records are open. I invite all your guides, all our soul families, any ascended beings, any archangels, any higher level beings, any ancestors or past lives that are here to support us. I invite you all to form a circle around us. I honor you with love and compassion. I honor you with love and compassion. I honor you with love and compassion. As we start this message, I just wanted to thank the Ascended Masters for being here. I feel the energy and the love from so many ascended beings, so many of your soul families, and I thank you all for the love that you're sending. I ask you all just take a moment to feel the energy around you. Feel the love from Archangel Michael, Metatron, Sandalphon, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael. Feel the Jesus energy inside you, the Buddha energy, Mother Mary, Isis, Krishna, Ganesh. Just feel the ascended beings. And for all you personally listening, just take a moment to feel your guides around you. As we open this message, it is a continuation of message that you received for this month. We again want to start with a celebration. You've been through so much. It's been such a challenging year with so much happening, so many karmic cycles closing. And we want to start by saying we're proud of you. And we want you to take a moment to be proud of you too. For so many of you are focusing on what's coming next. You're focusing, you're worrying, you focus. But you got to take time to celebrate you. Yes, there's still work to be done. There's always going to be work to be done. But just take that time to really integrate your lessons, celebrate how much you've gone through and how much you've gone through. It was you. And as we said last time, this is a new version of you. Think of yourself as just being born. You're in your infant stage. You're just getting to know you. So do things that lift your soul. Do things that lift your soul. Do things that are different and new. Get to know this version of you. And for some of you, you're resisting this new version of you. You're trying to hold on to your old self. You need to be proud of your old self. Of course, he or she has got you to where you are now. You are where you are, and you are who you are because of your old self. So mourn him or her, celebrate him or her, but do let him or her go. And really give this new version of you a chance to truly shine his or her light. This is the end of a cycle. Humanly, yes, you're closing out a year, but for so many, you're closing out so much. And you can still feel the heavy energy. And for much of it, it's because of the ancestral clearing. It's because you chose not just to clear your energy, but also ancestrally, you chose to clear so much. And feel the energy around. This is a mass upgrade. So many of you are going through an upgrade at the same time. But it is also a feeling of isolation. Because when you're going through an upgrade, people don't necessarily understand what you're going through. The people you used to connect with, that used to really understand you, because of the amount of change and this rebirth in you, don't know this new version of you. That's not their fault. You've upgraded, you're a different person. And they can't relate the same way. In many ways, neither can you. And that's okay. So this really is a time to integrate this new you, this love, and fall in love with this beautiful new you. Know that everything is exactly where it's meant to be. Remember, everything you've been through has led you to where you are today. And for all of you, merging worlds and being the same way consistently in whatever you do is really important. There's so much resistance, and we understand change is difficult. But you are closing out a cycle. And it's time to let go of that old cycle. And we know change is scary. And for many of you, you're wondering, well, hold on, if I let go of this old version of me, what if I don't like my new world? What if there's no good or bad? It just is. What if you have no choice to let go of the old version of you to truly embrace this new version? You've worked hard for this new version. Yes, it's another leap of faith. Yes, we talked about it last time. Planning for the future. You can plan, you can do as much as you can, but ultimately you have very little control over what's coming in the future. What if God, the universe, your guides have a totally different plan for you than you could have imagined? But you do have control over this moment. And as we said before, it really is important to you that you appreciate this moment. You integrate you and all the messages and all the parts of you in this moment. You feel the joy, the beauty, the love in this moment. And as you go through the festive period, and for some of you it's crazy, for some of you it's lonely, whatever you go through, appreciate the magic in each moment. Look at the world around you no matter what you're doing, and take time to appreciate the magic. Take time to appreciate this new you. We get it can be a lonely, it could be a stressful time. But know that your closing cycles and new beginnings are already begun or on their way for you. So enjoy this reset period, enjoy this reset time. There is a new vibration coming. You can feel the unrest around you. The unrest is because there's so much change coming inside. And it's a very personal journey. It is a sign of strength to ask for help if you need it. So reach out. Take time to love you. Take time to love the energy and the vibration around you. Know that we, your guides, are communicating much more to you than we have before. We're proud of you. We want you to take time every day. Close your eyes and just allow yourself to feel the love around you. We're going into a period where you're very protected energetically. As we said, everybody's going through so much change. So treat others with kindness, knowing that they're going through something too. And if you're being triggered, then know that trigger is a sign for you to heal something inside you. Take it as a message and ask yourself, when was the first time I felt like it? What are you asking me to heal? Be open to receiving that magic. This is a time for you to stand tall. This is a time for you to become your higher self. In this moment, just take a moment to feel the vibration, the energy behind you. And if you can imagine your higher self behind you, what would you imagine? Connect to the higher version, the higher self that's behind you. Feel the power, feel the ascended nature. Truly connect with your higher self. Know this is your time. This is your time to stand tall. This is your time to challenge yourself. What are you going to do to shine your light? How are you shining your light on you first? For many of you, you'll be changing careers because you know that something's different. It's important that you look after all four of your bodies. So yes, the spiritual activity, the meditations, the journaling, that's all really important. But making sure that you look after your physical body, your vessel that your soul's in, your mental body, your emotional body. This really is a time where routine isn't a normal routine. The pressure of family, remember that your blood ones, your blood relatives, your soul picked to expand you. So if they expand you during this festive period, consider how are they expanding you? What lesson are they here to teach you? For many of you, it's time to speak your truth, but speak your truth with kindness. You can feel the anger bubbling up inside you that situations or people may trigger in you. But no, when you speak with love, when you speak with kindness, and speaking with kindness doesn't mean that you're not assertive. It means that you're exuding love and you're sharing a message from your highest. You're speaking your truth. Enjoy this period, enjoy this time. Really do embrace this new version of you. Feel the healing that you chose to do, your soul did, which means the ancestral clearing, the personal karma that you're healing is always meant to be. And you've been through so much because you chose to heal so much karma. It was your soul's choice. Everything you've been through in this life is part of the plan. And we know for some of you that's really hard to hear. Why would your soul pick such a challenging life? It's because you can take it as a soul. But now you've got to ask, well, why have I been through what I've been through? What has it taught me? How can I use it to help others? It's a time to shine your light on you and a time to shine your light on others. As you close out so many cycles, just be aware of the people and the energy around you. Take time every day just to be in silence and just feel the energy and the power around you. Get used to your own company. Get used to spending time with you. If you feel like you need to be busy with others, then really challenge yourself and ask why. That feeling of being busy is because you're ready to heal. So take time to spend with you. Get to know this version of you. Fall in love with you and just be as much as possible. Be present as much as possible. Feel the magic around you. Feel the magic inside you. Remember, whatever the question, the answer is always, always love. We love you very much, and take time to connect and feel the vibration around you. Feel us around you. We're here for you. We're here for you. Just take time and be kind to yourself. And as we close this part of the message, we want you to just feel the energy around you again. Just get used to the vibration of your guides. Feel them around you. Allow yourself to feel them around you like you're getting the biggest hug. At this stage, we want to hand over to Stacey.
So many of you are feeling a deep sense of isolation in this season. You question if anyone is connected to you. There's a heaviness in our environment right now that's hard to find words to describe. But in such a beautiful season where so many are celebrating, there are others of you that are feeling that isolation and that heaviness. In this very moment, as you listen to the sound of the voice coming through your phone or through the speaker, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of other people listening to this very message and feeling the connection just like you. This is a sign that you are not alone. You are not alone. In times like this, when the world is celebrating and you feel so isolated, there is one thing that you can do that will lift your soul. We encourage you to find ways to serve. There will always be someone in the world who is suffering more than you are. There will always be someone who is in need of the basic things that you have and take for granted. In this moment, we see you sitting in your car, listening to this message. We see you sitting in your home, listening to this message. We see you at work, on your break, listening to this message. And while you're sitting there feeling sad, feeling lost, we want to remind you that there is always someone who is more in need. Find ways to serve in your community. Find ways to lighten the burden of those who are sick, who are lost, and who are suffering. Sometimes the only way to navigate through our pain is to find others who are suffering more, who are feeling lost and alone. Friends, we gathered you to this space today to express our love. In this moment, we are amplifying our vibration around you. Feel the love pouring into you, just like white light coming down from the heavens. Take in a deep breath. This moment is the only moment that truly exists. For those of you who are suffering from anxiety, you're living in the future, anticipating, wondering, are you prepared? For those of you who are suffering from depression, you're living in the past, wanting to change the circumstances that have already passed. In this moment, breathe in this moment, recognizing that every single step before this point has led you to be the person that you are today, and that you have been divinely guided through each step, even in those moments when you feel like you messed up. So many of us feel like we've messed up. My friend, you have taken the steps using the knowledge that you had at the time to navigate through the circumstances that you did. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself like you would forgive another. Surrender the idea of what you thought your life was going to look like for what it's meant to look like. We are all broken. We are all doing the best that we can. We are all changing and growing and evolving. And we, your soul family, recognize your efforts. Forgive yourself. Today, in this moment, you are exactly where you're meant to be. And if you're open and willing, it is possible to take the lessons that you've learned and impart that wisdom to others who come behind you. Many of you are parents, wondering if you're navigating through the stages of bringing your children up, wondering if you're doing things the right way. There is no right way. There's just a way. We get so caught up in good and bad and right and wrong. But what if we just accepted that it is? In this moment, you're exactly where you're meant to be. You have worked so hard to become this version of you. And there's always going to be work to do. There's always going to be new lessons, new circumstances, new seasons. We ask you to trust. Trust that all the powers that be are working for your greater good. That even in your darkest hour, you are not alone. We're surrounding you. Oftentimes, When you wonder if you're all alone, if anyone is with you, you rush about, distracted by all the demands. The next time that you find yourself questioning whether you're alone or not, practice the pause. In the pause, we will come to you, we will comfort you, and we will give you clear signs that you are not alone. Recognize the tiny miracles. Recognize the beauty that's all around you. Nature in all its splendor. There are so many messages, and yet you're so busy and distracted and questioning. This message today is meant to be one of comfort during a season when so many feel uncomfortable. This is a message of love and a message of reassurance that you have successfully navigated every step of this path thus far. And you will continue. Though this season is unfamiliar and uncomfortable and uncertain, you have everything in you that you need to move forward, expanding and growing, expanding and growing more. We encourage you at this time to document the journey. You can do this through using your voice. You can do this by written word. Document your journey. It gives you a clear, solid way to gauge the growth and the lessons that you are experiencing. Turn to us. Turn to us through meditation, through prayer, through peaceful exchange, trusting that we are always with you. We will never leave you. We have been with you every step of the journey thus far, and we will continue to support you and love you through this next season of your life. My friend, you are not alone. It's imperative that you reach out to those that you love and let them know that you love them, that you support them, that you see them. This is a powerful time in the world with so much transition. But if you keep the faith, we assure you, you will come out the other side. If you're feeling dark at this time, reach out to somebody that you love and trust. We promise to provide the support that you need at exactly the moment that you need it. You just have to be open. Help doesn't always look the way you think it's going to, but the help will always be provided when you need it. This is a time to celebrate. Celebrate your growth. Celebrate your expansion. Celebrate the uncomfortable, because the uncomfortable is pushing you to grow and expand more. You agreed well before your body took human form in this season. You agreed to come to this earth and live out your calling. We knew that you were strong enough. We knew that you were brave enough. You must trust. in this moment. There's a circle around you of ancestors, of angels, of those who have come before you. Feel that love. Trust that love. And continue to pursue your growth, your education, and your expansion. You are meant to help many people. You are meant for more. Trust us that we will guide you in the process of getting there. We will hold your hand and lead you through. You just have to be willing. We'll do the rest. We love you. We love you. We love you. This message is complete.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. We're now ready to close the records. We give gratitude to ourselves and all the listeners of the podcast for entering the records. We give gratitude to the pinnacle for lighting way. We give gratitude to the space for the comfort and love. We give gratitude to ourselves and all the listeners of this podcast, higher selves for leading us here, for guiding us here. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. Take a moment to come back. If you do have drinking water with you, please drink it. Just be kind to yourself as you come back and you integrate that message. Know that as we open the Akashic Records, be open to receiving messages over the next few days. Drink more water, integrate messages. It's when you're going through a lot of spiritual work, you do tend to get really thirsty. So that's okay. Just drink more water, stay hydrated. Really do hope that message resonated with you. Take what resonated and integrate it. And if the parts that didn't, don't worry about it. It wasn't meant for you. Like I said, just be open to receiving your own messages in whatever form they come. For me, the Akashic Records are a sacred space that I connect to, and I feel very blessed to have that ability at a soul level. So thank you all for listening. As we said earlier, we do have a promo. So if you want a reading, if you want to get a joint Akashic record reading that's on promo, reach out to us, but you can book via our website. We also have another ongoing promo, which is Name Your Price. It's our way of giving back. And the way it works is if you want a 30-minute reading or a coaching session from me or Stacey or from both of us, just reach out to us, send us a DM, name your price, let us know whether you want both or just one of us, and we'll send you the links to book. It is name your price, so for whatever price you feel is right, that's the price that you pay. We just wanted to give everybody an opportunity to connect with our energy, connect with our vibration. And as we go through this festive period, which can be, an interesting period for all of us, it's a great time to do something for you. Love the readings I've done so far, and I spoke to Stacey about the ones that she's done and the ones that we've done jointly, and it's so beautiful. I love just connecting to new souls. So if you're feeling called to, please do reach out. For me, this message felt like continuation of the message that I sent out early December. Really is a time to integrate this new version of you, to take time for you, to just know that so much change is happening inside you and around you, and be present with it. Be proud of how much you've grown through this year, and just continue to really truly fall in love with you. It is a challenging time. It has been a challenging year for all of us, let's be honest. But you got through it. And it is really a time to just connect with your guides and feel that love around you, feel that love inside you. And whatever you're feeling, be true to it. Stacey, how's the message for you?
It was powerful. It was emotional. And I feel like it was needed. This is a powerful season for so many, and I hope that it resonated.
Thank you, and thank you for joining me because I know this. You're not normally on these, and I think I really felt it was divinely timed, and the message resonated and connected. And how the name your price readings going for you? I know you've been loving them. Can you give us some feedback?
Yeah, I've been really busy, but it's been a good kind of busy, and I've been enjoying connecting with so many people from different parts of the world. I mean, today alone, I was up early to accommodate somebody in a different part of the world, and I spent my morning doing readings, and I actually have some more tonight. So it's been really nice to connect with so many different people, and I love that we're doing something to give back.
Yeah, it's so beautiful, especially the global essence of it. All over the world, and we'll try to free up as much time in our calendars as we can because we did want to give back. So promo is one per person. It finishes at the end of the year. It's a nice way to support yourself. So as we close this out, again, I'll remind you as we open the Akashic Records, it is a sacred process. Really be open to receive the magic yourself. And the more that you can be open to receiving that magic in whatever way it's meant to come, the better. Sometimes we expect to receive messages visually, and when we don't, we get upset and we think we're missing out on something. Just remember that nothing is missing. So however you're receiving it, whether it's intuitively, whether it's visually, whether it's just however you receive, whether it's through numbers or whatever it is, just trust in it and just know that you are being surrounded by love by your guides at this time. Be open to receiving it. And through this festive period, whatever you're going through, just ask for help if you need it. And just truly, truly feel the love inside and around you. We love you very much. We're so blessed with this podcast and all the messages we get. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to hand over to Stacey to close us out.
Thanks everybody for being with us. We would love to hear from you. We love when you rate and review this podcast and reach out to us if we can support you in any way. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, everybody. Sending love and light.